take this opportunity to speak to both fighters. We're here from some principals involved in the event, and then we'll break off into one-on-ones for everybody, the fighters, their trainers who are here, and then we'll have some food afterwards. So sit tight and we'll get the program started here. So my name is Chris de Blasio. I'm VP of Communications for Showtime Sports, and we're here obviously to talk about an important WBA featherweight world title fight. Champion Jesus Cuellar is here. He is defending against the three-division world champion in Abner Mares. This is a terrific matchup of top-rated fighters in a deep division, featherweight division, and it is a fight that must be labeled a main event. This bout is going to open a very important broadcast for us. It is a hybrid of sorts. We're calling it Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS. It's presented by Premier Boxing Champions, and it's sponsored by Corona. This type of event is not without precedent. People in Los Angeles, and I guess fans across the country, should remember in 2012, Showtime presented a day and night doubleheader which featured Leo Santa Cruz, another Southern California champion, headlining on CBS, followed by an evening presentation on Showtime with Amir Khan, all from the LA Sports Arena. But the event we're here to talk about today is on Saturday, June 25th. Again, Showtime Championship Boxing on CBS, presented by Premier Boxing Champions. It's going to be held at Brooklyn's Barclays Center, one of the premier boxing venues in the country, and a leading venue in the East, of course. The event is going to include a co-main event, another highly anticipated World Championship fight between welterweights Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter. Saturday, June 25th. The event is promoted by DeBella Entertainment, and here today to represent is Director of Media Relations, Kevin Rooney. Kevin, come on up.
Thank you, Chris. I just want to say on behalf of all of us at DeBella Entertainment, truly honored and excited we are to be promoting this fight and this event. You know, Lou said back in New York at the Thurman Porter presser that this is the best live sport of boxing, and that's the all. You know, and this fight only adds to that mission. Both of these fights are not only tremendous world title matchups, but truly two of the biggest and most exciting fights to be made in their respective division. As Chris said, taking place at the Barclays Center, the premier sporting venue on the East Coast, and live and in prime time on CBS. A testament to how big this event is the way the tickets have been moving. We are hoping and anticipating some of you will be making the trip over from the West Coast. So with that being said, tickets are on sale. They start at $49 and can be purchased on Ticketmaster.com and Barclays Center. Interesting elements of this fight that I don't think really has been discussed too much yet is the training aspect. Robert Garcia trained Jesus Cuellar for a good portion of his professional career. Robert Garcia and Jesus Cuellar won a world title together. Robert Garcia is here today, though not for Jesus Cuellar. He is here with his new charge, Abner Mares, and this is the first fight that he and Abner will be having together. And they, as many of us believe, this is going to be the best Abner Mares that we've ever seen. On the other side of the spectrum, while this is only the second fight with Jesus, having Juan Ledesma as his head trainer, the two have worked together since Jesus was a kid back in Argentina, and Juan is one of the highest regarded trainers throughout the entire country. On June 25th, he will be going up against someone who he once viewed as his mentor, and we'll be excited to see how that plays out come fight night. This is our first fight working with Abner, and we are honored to be involved with such a tremendous athlete and person. Regarding Jesus, anytime we have the chance to work with an Argentine fighter, given our past history at DeBella Entertainment with Sergio Martinez, it's a great prize for us. Sergio will be there on fight night, cheering and supporting his fellow countrymen on, and we are excited to be promoting your second consecutive world title defense. On behalf of all of us at DeBella Entertainment, I want to thank everyone for being here, and we hope to see some of you guys on June 25th. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. Next up, I'm going to bring up our fearless leader at Showtime Sports, Steven Espinoza. Steven began with us in 2011, and he promised us unprecedented success. Either that or spectacular failure. Steven adopted a philosophy when he began with us of, if it's worth doing all the way. And that is why we're here today. We've been doing it all the way. We're in the midst right now of a 12-week run that features no less than 10 World Championship fights, all live on Showtime, and in this case, 2 World Championships on CBS, none on pay-per-view. So Stephen, come on up.
Thanks, Chris. As Chris mentioned, we're probably in the midst of the strongest run of boxing in the 30-year history of boxing on Showtime. Obviously, the strongest lineup of any network this year. Compelling, well-matched fights, the best fighting the best. And right now, when there is some criticism of boxing, or at least it seems to be fairly common, that the best aren't fighting the best, well, all you have to do is look at this card, and you'll get your response about whether they are. These are the right fights, at the right weight, at real weight classes, at the right time, all live to Showtime subscribers. Next week, we'll start with the super welterweight division. We've got 5 of the top 6 fighters in the division on the same card. That's the 2 Charlos going for title fights, and a rematch of Lara versus Rosie. That's again 5 of the top 6 fighters in the division on the card fighting each other. The 6th will be fighting on June 11th, by the way, in the undercard there, and it's Demetrius Andre. So while others are sort of wondering whether a big fight is going to happen or hoping a big fight has happened, we've been busy making the big fights. And so I get asked a lot, is Floyd gonna fight again, or will Canelo Golovkin happen? I don't spend a lot of time on those kinds of questions, because the reality is we've got some really good fights that are happening, and it would be a shame to not focus on those, focus on the ones, like we have 2 great champions here who are willing to fight each other in the primes of their careers, and worry about other fights that may or may not happen. On June 25th, we've got 2 marquee matchups. They're both top 6 in the division taking on each other. Thurman and Porter, we've spoken about that. I think it's probably the best matchup, and with this co-feature as well, this is really the best doubleheader of the entire year. I'll put these 2 fights against any doubleheader that airs on television this year. And that was our commitment when we went to CBS to do this fight. It's been almost 40 years since CBS did boxing in prime time. The last fight that CBS did in prime time was Ali Spinks won in 1978. So in order